The fourth and last C++ cast is dynamic cast. This one is only used to convert object pointers and object references into other pointer or reference types in the inheritance hierarchy. It is the only cast that makes sure that the object pointed to can be converted by performing a runtime check that the pointer refers to a complete object of the destination type. For this runtime check to be possible, the object must be polymorphic. That is, the class must define or inherit at least one virtual function, because the compiler will only generate the needed runtime type information for such objects. In the first example, we convert a mychild pointer into a mybase pointer using a dynamic cast. This derived to base conversion succeeds because the child object includes a complete base object. In the next example, we instead attempt to convert a mybase pointer to a mychild pointer. Since the base object does not contain a complete child object, this pointer conversion will fail, and to indicate this, the dynamic cast returns a null pointer. This gives us a convenient way to check if a conversion has succeeded or not during runtime. If we did not convert a pointer, but a reference instead, the dynamic cast would fail by throwing a bad cast exception, which we would need to handle using a try-catch statement. Note that the advantage of using a dynamic cast is that it allows us to check if a conversion has succeeded during runtime. The disadvantage is that there is a performance overhead associated with doing this check. For this reason, using a static cast would have been preferable in the first example, because the derived to base conversion will never fail. However, in the second example, the conversion may either succeed or fail. It will fail if the mybase object contains a mybase instance, and it will succeed if it contains a mychild instance. In some situations, we may not know which one it contains until runtime. In that case, a dynamic cast would be a better choice than static cast. If we had performed the base to derived conversion using a static cast instead of a dynamic cast, the conversion would not have failed. It would have returned a pointer that referenced an incomplete object, and dereferencing such a pointer can lead to runtime errors.